In the fourth. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and a mile. A give to Jones. Dances by him. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, he'll take that.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Fake it. He wants to throw it here. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Pushing his way through. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to...
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the delay, Jones. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And taken right on the 30. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Washington on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. They shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Rodgers now to throw. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they try to razzle-dazzle, but the ball's out. And the Packers pick it up. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. and they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Offside defense.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this to Ward. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right, and he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about them.